Today I'm going to be making some Drumstick M&M cereal nut bars. So the first thing you need is 8 cups of Drumstick cereal. This is the classic vanilla. However, they also have mint chocolate, and Kevin and I discovered that it really didn't have a mint flavor at all. So you would be fine with either one, but you need 8 cups. If you buy a box of this, it's 1 pound, 1.5 ounces, 17.5 ounces. You will be fine if you'll have all 8 cups if you get 1 box. So you need 8 cups of the cereal. You need 1 cup of honey roasted peanuts. And I put these in a Ziploc baggie and I lightly crushed them. But as you can see, there are still plenty of whole pieces, peanuts as well, or halves. So those are honey roasted peanuts. And then we have 1 cup of walnuts, and these are crushed walnuts. Then you have 1 cup of M&M's minis, and that's about 6 of these little guys. If you do like me and you don't plan for your recipes and you're just doing this on the fly and you have these little cylinders in the house, you can use these. So you need about 6 of those. Then you need 1 3/4 cup of light corn syrup. Like I said, I didn't prepare, so I'm using both of these to get my 1 3/4 cups. So I'm using the Lyle's Golden Syrup, and if you've never used this, it's wonderful. I've used it for all kinds of bars in the past and recipes, and it comes from the United Kingdom, but we find it at Fresh Market. You might be able to find it at other places though. And I had the Cairo light corn syrup, so I just combined both of those into 1 container. I wanted to show both of them to you though, because that's why there's a little bit of color to it. And then you need 1 1/2 cup of sugar. You need 2 cups of Reese's peanut butter chips, and I have those in here. And then you need 1 1/2 teaspoons of vanilla. So the first thing you want to do is you want to combine your first 4 ingredients into your mixing bowl. So I already have my cereal. I want to add in the peanuts and the walnuts and the mini M&Ms. And then you want to combine all of that. And that already looks really fantastic, just the way it is. Looks very festive. So then what we're gonna do is we're going to, in a saucepan, we're gonna add our corn syrup and our sugar. So we have our sugar and our corn syrup. Are going to bring this to a boil, and you want to keep an eye on it. You want to keep stirring it occasionally and just keep an eye on it. We're going to let it come to a boil. Okay, so we've started boiling. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit, turn my temperature down, and now I'm going to add my peanut butter cups. And you want to stir in your peanut butter chips until those are melted. You want to have a cake pan, or we call it our lasagna pan. It's a 9 by 13 inch pan. You want to have that ready with parchment paper, and because you're gonna work a little quickly to get this into the pan and flatten it all out. So you want to have that ready to go. I already have my pan with the parchment ready. So you can see my peanut butter is almost melted here. Now I'm going to turn off my heat, and the last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take it off the heat, and I'm going to add in my vanilla. And stir that in. You're going to take this whole mixture and pour it into your the bowl that we started with. It's ready to go. And I'm gonna pour this into the pan. Want to flatten this out as best you can in the pan, and we are going to let this cool completely before cutting it into bars. This has been cooling for about 35 minutes, so all you do, pick the paper straight up, take it out. That's why I like using the using parchment paper. So I'm just going to cut this into bars now. Cereal bars, and as always, I cut them way too big.
There's some pretty good hunks.
That is just something that's just me. Now these are going to be, if you watch the video where I made the white chocolate Cheerio, blueberry Cheerios bars, and they were more of like they were cookies, and they were more of like a picky cookie. It's one that you would pick it up and you would pick off pieces of it and eat it. That's what these are going to be like.
Well, they're still slightly warm.
They are a little bit warm.
If you really want them to sit here, they probably stick them in the refrigerator.
Patience is not...
No, when it comes to the baking stuff.
I don't like to wait.
And it can never be a bread maker.
No.
Oh, you have to let that rise for an hour and a half? No, only 20 minutes.
What do you think?
I think they're good.
I do too. I think it's delicious.
They're very sticky.
But just know that well, and I cut them so big too, that this is something that you're gonna pick out, but it's gonna last you a little while. So you could get one of these and put it on a napkin and go sit in front of the couch and watch TV and eat it, and you're gonna be able to, it's gonna take you a little while to eat it.
It's very good flavor though. I like the flavor. It's mostly, I don't know what's in it, but it tastes like chocolate and maybe a little peanut butter.
That would be the M&Ms, I'm sure. Do you taste any, did you get any peanuts?
Yeah, I get the peanuts occasionally. You'll get a little peanut in there.
And there's walnuts in there too.
I don't get the walnut flavor. But I could have been, I just didn't hit a walnut.
Right. Right, it all depends on how well you mix it up. But it's really, it's a great recipe. I like to use the cereal in it. I like having the M&Ms. It would be much cheaper if you prepared, unlike I did not prepare. If you prepared, you can get the bag of mini M&Ms in the baking aisle, and it would be a lot better.
A lot cheaper.
A lot cheaper to do that, because I think I paid like 79 cents a piece for those little, the tubes, and I used 6 of them. So
yeah. You can probably buy a whole bag for $3.
Yeah, it would be a lot cheaper to buy it from the bag. But the Reese's peanut butter chips are good in there too, aren't they?
They are. It almost has a caramely texture. Did you have sugar that you heated up on the stove?
I used corn syrup.
Okay. Because it has a sticky...
Golden syrup. Lyle's.
It has a sticky texture to it that kind of has a melted caramel kind of feel. That's probably what it is.
Karo syrup. I use Karo syrup, and I use the Lyle's golden syrup.
Yeah, they're very good.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you try it out, please let me know. I'm going to have the recipe on my blog. It's tammydunn.net. If you're interested, I'll have it all written out, and then you can copy and paste it and print it and have it for yourself. So thanks for watching.